Hi everyone, this is Norma with All My Crochet, and today I have a little different tutorial. It's something a little different than what I normally do. As you guys know, it's normally a dress for an American Girl doll, but today I'm doing these fidget spinners. It's a crocheted flower fidget spinner, and it's a very easy and simple pattern to do. I'm making these for my summer craft show that I have in June, July, and August. I do a weekly craft show on Thursdays in my town that I live in, and I think these will be cool for the kids to buy. I definitely will sell these, at a fairly cheap cost for the kids. And these little pony beads spin right here on the flower, and then also on the wristlet. And I kind of added the wristlet part to these toys because these, this pattern is definitely out there, but I kind of put my own spin on it and added a little wristlet so that it can go on the wrist. And then, the kids can play with it and they don't lose it. It'll be hanging from their wrist and they can grab it whenever they want. Of course, these little pony beads move up and down too on the wrist part of it. So I thought I would do this tutorial for you guys and show you exactly how you add the beads onto this flower. So you're going to need about 12 beads. You need 6 for the center, and I added 6 for the wrist part of it. Now you don't have to add this, or you can add more. That's totally up to you how many you want. I'm doing 6 for the center and 6 for the wrist part of it. You're also going to need a crochet hook size 3.5, and the 3.5 crochet hook fits perfect with the pony beads. You can also use a crochet hook size 3. That's totally up to you. You're going to need a darning needle to help put on your beads, or scissors to cut off your end. And I'm using this yarn here. It's Premier Just Yarn worsted weight, size number 4 medium. Okay, this is from the Dollar Tree. So now we're going to start with our pattern here. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is put our needle on here because we're going to attach the beads. Now I have 2 different color beads. If you have one color, then you don't have to worry about it, but the colors you're going to put on first is the one that you're going to use for the wrist. So whatever color you want on the wrist, you're going to put on first. So I'm going to do red for that wrist part there. So I'm just attaching these beads right here, and we'll push them down in a minute. 5 and 6. Okay, and just push them down. Then we're going to add the white. The white is going to be for the center, and this is what we're going to bring up first. So you want it to be last. Okay. So once you got them all on, take this off, and we'll save that for later. Okay. So we're going to start off with a magic ring. Okay. So to do the magic ring, now this is not a tutorial on how to do stitches. I'm assuming you guys know how to crochet and you know the basic stitches, okay? But I'm going to show you how I do my magic ring. I just put it around my finger, pull my finger out, insert my hook, pull up a loop, and then do a chain 1 to secure that magic ring. Then in this magic ring, we're going to do 12 single crochets. So you're going to insert your hook in the ring, yarn over, pull up a loop. You have 2, yarn over and pull through both, and that's your first single crochet. We need 12. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so now we're just going to take this end here and just pull on it to close it a little bit. You don't have to close it super tight at this point. We will close it tight later. Okay, so then you're going to do a slip stitch to that first single crochet that we did. I'm going to do a slip stitch to close this round off. Okay, so that's what we have. Okay, so now we're going to do a chain 1, and in that same stitch where you did the slip stitch where we have our first single crochet, you're going to do a single crochet there. Then you're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to start adding the beads. Okay, so to do that, I'm pulling up on this loop a little bit. I'm taking my crochet hook out, I'm taking a bead and moving it forward, okay? Then I'm going to hold on to the bead, insert my crochet hook. This loop here, I'm going to grab it with my hook, okay? Then I'm going to grab the bead and pull through, okay? Then you're going to take your bead and push it down onto that 4 chains we just did. You're going to insert your hook. Now the loop is a little bit loose, so you're going to tighten that loop up. You're going to skip the next single crochet and do a single crochet in the next stitch. So you're going to skip 1 single crochet and do a single crochet in the next one. Then you're going to do again chain 4. This is what we're going to repeat throughout this round. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pull up the loop a little bit, grab your next bead, push it up here, insert your hook, okay, grab the loop, you're going to grab the bead, pull it through and push down onto that chain 4 we just did. You're going to insert your hook, tighten up the loop, skip 1 single crochet, go to the next one and do a single crochet. Chain 4 again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pull up the loop a little bit, grab another bead, insert your hook, grab the loop, pull through, push it down onto the chain 4 there. It's really hanging, this bead is hanging out where that chain 4 is at. Okay, so you're going to tighten your loop, skip 1 single crochet and go to the next one and do a single crochet. Oops. Okay, skipping 1, go to the next one and do a single crochet. Then we're going to chain 4 again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pull up the loop just a little bit, grab another bead, insert your hook, grab this loop and pull through the bead, and then push that bead down. Grab that loop, tighten that stitch. You're going to skip a single crochet, go to the next one and do another single crochet. So obviously you're going to repeat these for the 6 beads that you have for the center. So we're doing another chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pull up the loop a little bit, grab another bead, insert your hook into the bead, grab the loop, pull through the bead, then push that bead down. Grab the loop, tighten this up, skip a single crochet, go to the next one and do your single crochet. Chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is our last white bead for the center. Okay, pull that up a little bit, grab the bead, insert the hook, grab the loop, pull through, and then push it down. Okay, tighten that loop up. Now what we're going to do, since we're at the end here, okay, we're just going to simply slip stitch to the center right here where this first bead is. Okay, we're going to right here in the center, we're just going to slip stitch there. Okay, right there, just like that. So we have all our beads on. So now we're going to do a chain of 3. 1, 2, 3. This chain of 3 counts as our first double crochet. So in that same space right here, just in the space, we're going to do another double crochet. Okay, so we have 2 double crochets right there. Then we're going to do a chain of 2. Then we're going to push this bead over, and right here on the other side of the bead, in that same space on the other side of the bead, we're going to do 2 more double crochets. 1 and 2. So this is what we're going to do for each space. We have 2 double crochets, chain 2, and then 2 double crochets. And the bead is right there in the center. So now we're going to move over to the next one. We're going to do 2 double crochets, chain 2, and then 2 double crochets. And we're going to repeat this all the way around. So we're going to do 2 double crochets right here. 1, 2, chain 2, 1, 2, Move that bead over, and on the other side of the bead we're doing 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. Okay, that's what it's looking like. Okay, now we're moving to the next bead, and in this space right here we're doing 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, then chain 2, moving that bead over, and on the other side of the bead 2 double crochets. So this is where we're going to repeat all the way around. Right here, 1 and 2, chain 2, 1 and 2, move that bead over and do 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. Okay, right here, 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, chain 2, 1, 2, move the bead over and do 2 more double crochets, 1 and 2. And this is our last space here, so 2 double crochets, chain 2, oh, I'm going ahead of myself, that's 1 double crochet, I need 2, chain 2, 1 and 2, move that bead over, and in this last one 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, and we're almost done, believe it or not. So now we're going to do a slip stitch to the top of that third chain right there. Okay, so that's what we have the center, and these pony beads move back and forth. Okay, so now from here we're not going to do a chain, we're not doing anything. All we're going to do now is we're going to be working in these spaces right here above the bead and the center and these openings. We're going to be putting 7 half double crochets in that center. Okay, so we did a slip stitch here to end this row, and we're just going to do that. We're not doing a chain or anything. We're just going to simply yarn over to go to this space here and do 7 half double crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so now right here in this space we have these 2 double crochets and these 2 double crochets from the other side. So in between right here we're going to do a slip stitch. Okay, then we're going to move over to the next space and do 7 half double crochets, and that's what we're going to repeat all the way around. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So right here in this middle between these 4, we're going to do a slip stitch. Move over to the next space and do 7 half double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Between these stitches we're going to do the slip stitch. Then repeat it again. 7 half double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Between those stitches, slip stitch. Again, 7 half double crochets in that space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then in between right here, slip stitch. One more space here, 7 half double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Again, between those spaces we're going to do a slip stitch, and we're basically done with this flower. Now if you don't want to add the wristlet, you don't have to. You can cut it off, you know, tuck in your ends, and you're done. And it's a fidget spinner that you can just hold on to just like that. But I'm going to do the little wristlet part. So now that we did our last slip stitch here, all we're going to do is chain 40 to make the wristlet. I did 40. You can do as much as you want, as little if you want it smaller. It's totally up to you. I'm doing 40 chains. Okay, so I'm not going to count on camera. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. I'll count to myself. I don't want to bore you guys. So that's 1. Okay, so I got 40 right here. Okay. So now I'm pulling up my loop a little bit because we're going to add these last beads on. Okay. So, pretty sure you can add 2 at a time, so I'm going to try that. I'm going to put 2 beads in here. Grab my loop. Pull through the first. Oops, it came off. Let me try that again. Pull through the second one and then push these beads down. There you go. So I'm going to grab 2 more. Push these down and then the last 2. Okay, and push these down. So now you just want to make sure that this chain is nice and straight. Okay, so just kind of going along with my fingers, pushing these beads down, making sure it's nice and straight. Okay, so we have our chain straight. And you're going to grab your crochet hook, tighten that stitch. Then all you're going to do is slip stitch again into that same spot. Oh, didn't do that right. Okay, let's try this again. Go into that same spot where we did the last slip stitch and do sorry, a slip stitch. Do a chain 1 to tighten. Okay, then you can leave a little extra on. It's totally up to you. You can just either weave this in. Sorry, you can weave this in. I'm going to pull on this loop. You can weave this in, or on these, I kind of twisted it around right there. So you can do that. And all I did was basically, you know, twist this around the wrist part of it here at the bottom and then tuck in my ends. So that's all I really did. Okay, so it's totally up to you how you want to end this. And then you have these beads here. Put 3 on one side, 3 on the other side, and you're done with your fidget spinner. Now this center right here too, it's still a little wide or open, so you can tug on this center part right here to close it up some. As you see, it's a little more closed now, and then weave that part in and you're basically done with your fidget spinner. Look how cute that is. So you have this part to fidget with and then the center, and then you can put it on your wrist and fidget with it as you walk along or go about your business. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Please let me know what you think. And you guys have a great day. I'll see you in my next tutorial. Thank you.